How much of the non-conference, once again, help prepare you guys for the Missouri Valley?
Yeah, I think the non-conference schedule that we've had, obviously this year and in years past, is just essential to us being prepared for our conference, especially when you start, with unknown teams at home in the first weekend, and then you go on the road, and that's a really tough road trip to be able to go to Missouri State and Southern and be able to escape with 2 wins, especially how physical both of those teams play, and so there's absolutely no question that our non-conference prepared us.
Then you guys come into a weekend, home and home. Everybody talks about the J term, lack of students being here, but it doesn't seem like you guys.
It's
have
been
any
awesome.
problem.
Yeah, it's been awesome for us. It's been awesome for men's basketball. And one of the things I think that's so unique about that is most of those students are student athletes, and that's what's really cool about Drake is that there's so much support from sport to sport. And so that it definitely helps in the games, but it's been really, really neat to be able to go, especially in women's basketball where you go and there's not a lot of student sections, but we always have a student section, and I think that's what's really, really special about here.
And it's been a fun month to be a Bulldog with what the men have done and what you guys are doing. Just how much are you guys paying attention to them and feeding off of what they've done?
Oh, absolutely. We had a watch party last night. We watched when we were on the bus from Springfield to Carbondale. We watched their game, and it's nice to be able to have their games on TV. It's nice for them to have our games on TV, but you'll always see our team at their games, and you'll always see their team at our games. But it's really awesome. And, it's been really awesome from a personal standpoint to watch those seniors grow on the men's side as well, because it hasn't been easy the entire time, but you know what? They've just they've stuck with it. They've done a really nice job. Nico's come in with a great energy as well, but it's been really, really fun for us to be able to see as well.
What did the way you went down and won those 2 road games last weekend? What does that do for this team right now? The way you went down and dominated those games, so to say.
Well, I think the way that our togetherness was really special. I mean, you could just feel, we had a lot of assists in the game. Our defense was really good. We had to kind of grind it out a little bit more at Southern, and then obviously we had to just kind of gut out just a 4th quarter at Missouri State. But the way we passed the ball, the way we played together, you had different people scoring. You had a lot of balanced scoring. You had a lot of balanced minutes. So to be able to do that is huge for this team. And we're going to play a really hungry team on Friday night. Their best player's been out for most of the season. And so for her to come back, she came back in the last game and they won it. They've had some adversity that they're facing as well. But I think that just leads us right into this weekend. And really, that's all we need to worry about is just this coming weekend. We don't need to worry about anything else in the future.
We were just asking Becca what it's like to have all these girls wanting to score, wanting to attack. I think you almost had 5 in double digits last time out. Have they always been like that, or did they just learn to share? How's that?
It's been a philosophy of our program is to always have 5 people on the floor that are scoring threats, and so anytime that there's 5 people on the floor, right, which is every time, all 5 have to be looking to score. So it is a staple of our program. It is a philosophy of our program, and it's been. It's sharing the basketball is just a thing that we do. It's not something that we really have to say, okay, you're going to be a passer and you're going to be a scorer and you're going to be a screener. Everybody has to do all of it. And so they come in that way. They come in wanting to share the basketball. They come in wanting to play. And really, everybody knows that it's really fun to make a pass to a score. It doesn't matter if you're in that. It doesn't matter if you're the recipient of it. It doesn't matter if you're not in the game. It's really fun basketball. And that's really the goal for us is to play really fun basketball. So it's really fun to play and it's really fun to watch. And I think our fans really like coming. And if you've never come and you come one time, you're going to come again.
Doesn't seem like Becca has had a sophomore slump.
Oh, she's had her moments.
Yeah.
She's had her moments, Michael. Come on. No, honestly, she's a really special player. And what I think that, you talk about last weekend and really probably in the last month or so, she's done a beautiful job of just doing exactly what it is that she does. She's gotten much better defensively. She's gotten tougher on boards, so she's able to go inside and outside. She's a matchup nightmare, but I think in the last month she's really passed really well too. So she passes to set people up, which in turn sometimes then gets you open, right? But she just does a really, really nice job of making people around her better.
How much were some of those early moments? Just the fact that she she's now taking on a completely different role than last year.
Well, and you have to navigate through that. You really do, because all of a sudden now the other team's best player is guarding you, right? And it's different, and you're trying to add some things to your game, and everybody's trying to gel. And our system is one that it's very simple, but it's really not easy to be part of. And so it takes time to build the chemistry on both ends. We zone every single game. And so to be able to trust each other and communicate at a different level on the zone, it's not easy. You can't come in and just all of a sudden click. You've got to work through some things. And then it's the same thing on the offensive end. We go down and we didn't run one set that entire game. Now I'm taking special teams out of it in terms of baseline outs and sideline outs. But other than that, we didn't run one set. We ran our motion offense the entire time. And so that's the non-conference, is that there's times where we have to manufacture points as coaches, where right now is the time of the season that our team is really starting to understand how to make reads and how to communicate at a different level.
Yeah, just one more about Becca. She's another one of your local products that has turned out. How important is that to have another local staple on your team? But then also, she's a mild-mannered person.
You got a lot out of her, didn't you, today?
Not so much on the
Yeah.
court, though.
Yeah, no, Becca's really, really special. She's special because she's does an incredible job in the classroom, number one. She's nearly 4.0. She was a 4.0 last semester, okay? So she does a great job there. And she has an innate ability that you come in contact with her and you like her. You just like her. She's one that's always going to say positive things. You're never going to hear one negative word about anybody else ever. So that part's fun. The local piece is obviously really fun because a lot of her family gets to come, a lot of her friends get to come, the entire Dowling community gets to come and be able to continue to support her. That's really important. And she happens to be a very, very good basketball player. She moves really well. She's very deceiving. But she has a very, very high basketball IQ, and she's got savvy to her game. She's very smooth, and a lot of it is she's got a smooth shot. She can put the ball on the floor, and she can kind of see around and over people. So she's got every, pretty much everything you need to be a complete player. And so she has that, and she also has the desire just to continue to get better every day. But she really is a team player.
You said that they're getting their best player back her last game.
Yep.
Does Becca draw her then? Does she have to guard her?
I think we'll all have to take a time with her. She's a good shooter, and she's another matchup nightmare. She's a taller guard, and so she can go kind of inside, she can go outside, but she really fuels their team. And so it's definitely going to be a team effort. I think that's what the other thing that we've done is, we went down and we played against some very good basketball players. If you're talking about just talent on both those teams that we played in the last weekend, it's preseason player of the year is at Missouri State, and it's never going to be a one-on-one effort. It's definitely a one of them against five of us. But I think Sammy Backroat's been doing a really nice job of setting the tone defensively, and so has Maddie Monahan, our freshman. She's taken a couple charges. Becca took a couple charges, and Nicole Miller's really doing a nice job too. So it'll be mostly the guard play that will really have to do a really nice job of being able to protect the three-point line and keeping it out of the paint. But at the same time, we've got to continue to rebound the basketball.